Alrighty, I hope this is focusing good enough, because our next recipe is going to be decided by, and if you haven't heard of this yet, it's a Chat GPT version 9. So we're going to let it suggest a recipe, and then I'm going to make the recipe. Now, I already did this initially, and it said, sure, here's one for called mock turtle soup, which I'm sure everybody's heard of. Although, I did not know it called for one calf's head. And I don't have very easy access to a calf's head. So, we're going to do something else. So I said, could you give me something else? And there it is. I said, can we try something different? It says, of course. How about bubble and squeak, which I have never, ever heard of. It is a traditional British dish that is made with leftover vegetables, usually mashed potatoes and cabbage. So that will be our next cook. Chat GPT, artificial intelligence, doing the cooking now. Well, I'll be doing the cooking. It's doing the suggesting. So we'll see how this is going to turn out. I should ask it for something to drink too. We'll do that later. Alrighty, first things first, we got to make our mashed potatoes, but we got to make them in the British European mashed potato way. I'm assuming, because that's what they said. So we're going to fill this pot with a little cold water first. We're going to transport it over here to the stove. The gas stove, which they're trying to ban in the United States, I guess. But we're not going to put salt in this baby. We're going to put some good old accent, which is another kinder word for, let me get a scope on that. Oh my God. Monosodium glutamate. I don't know why that's not focusing, but nobody cares. So then we're going to take our little potatoes, our cute little potatoes, and we're going to cut them into, here's the dog. Say hi. And we're going to cut them up into equally sized proportions. Which isn't hard, because that's why I chose these cute little potatoes. Because there's not a lot of cutting involved. And this is going to be a pound. Or, if you're from Europe, 2.2 kilos. And like I said, just equal parts cold water. About roughly an equal part cold water. Roughly. And I'm not going to make you watch this, obviously, because this is boring as hell. So let's get it on. You don't want to grab that with your bare paws, because that's going to hurt like nobody's business. Get her. Drain them. Let that fog dissipate. And then we're going to mash them here in a sec. Okay, we're back. because my girlfriend is acting like a fool. So here we go. Here's the potatoes, okay? And this is what we're going to do to make these extra, I guess you'd say European, and extra creamy and crunchy. We're just going to leave it in the, what's that thing called? A strainer. And we're going to mash it all through there. Those potatoes are wicked. But since this is a leftover dish thing, we made the potatoes. We're going to sit them in the fridge overnight, because that's what a leftover is. Then we'll boil some cabbage. No. All right, next up we got this beautiful piece of cabbage, the cabbage head. We need 1 pound of it. So I'm going to take these the outer leaves off. Because as you can see, well, that one's pretty nice. I might keep that around. But we need 1 pound. So I'm going to cut the stalk off. Like so. And flop her over there. Then I'm going to cut downwards almost to the bottom. And then I'm going to cut it again almost to the bottom. Then again. And this is just how I do it. I know there's a million better ways to do this shit. But just watch this. Down. 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 Whoops. Down. Down. Get you some right there. And I would be using my better knife, but I can't seem to locate it. So here's what we're going to do. And we're going to boil this cabbage. And that's enough right there. Because this is called boil and squeak, I guess. So here we go. Let's get a raw piece. Let's get that butter done. By the way, don't let the government ban gas stoves, because I love cooking on gas. All right, once your half a stick of butter or whatever is good and hot, good and warm, we're going to cook our cabbage. Just until it's browned, though. And that's about a ½ pound right there. I mean, you could go, you know, you don't have to be exact. That's what I'm saying. Because when we're our colonists, the British colonists, ever exact or correct? Exactly. So just get your cabbage good and cooked. We'll be back when it's ready. All right. After 5 to 7 minutes, after your cabbage is nice and softened, which you can tell that's soft. That's softer than a baby's butt right there. We're going to add the mashed potatoes. The leftover mashed potatoes, which we're going to proceed to mix well in with the cabbage. Smooth that out into a patty. And then we're going to let that cook, I guess, until it starts bubbling and burping, or whatever this video is called. I forget already. A little too much drinking, a little too much smoking. All right, that's the patty. We're going to wait. If you listen close enough, it actually does sound like it's bubbling and burping, or whatever this is called. Screen's going funny, but you can still hear it. Look at that. I think we're making gains. Okay, that ain't turning out anywhere near. Ow, shit! What I thought. British dinner, or not dinner, but a British recipe would be like. This is totally screwed. So I'm going to put it in the big cast iron and then hope for the best. But I ain't hoping too much. Somebody screwed up somewhere along the line. There we go. Let's get a taste of that action. Oh, hot. Definitely British though. All right. I think this is going to be as good to done as we're going to get. And my dog's flipping out. He's waiting to try this British bubble and burp. What's up, boy? And you got to two-fist this cast iron. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do this. Because I don't know if it's going to... Nope, it's not going to slide either. I'm going to have to do some tricky shit. Watch this. Whoa. Okay. No. Okay, maybe it will. Nope. God dang it. Still come out though. Oh my God. Get some salt, some pepper. Not sure about that. I know I screwed it up, but I don't know if British people care that much about that. All right, salt, pepper, I don't know if we might want to let that cool down a bit or not, but there's that. That is a pure American's first try at British. Look, where's that going? Yeah, bubble and squeak. For one thing, if you're American, you have no clue what that even means. So it doesn't matter if you screw up the recipe. Look at that boy. It looks good. That's pretty amazeballs. I won't lie. Man. That's pretty good. Mmm. So there you go, Bubble and Squeak. And probably not even made right. But me and my dog don't care. Because get a gander at that action. All right. Let me get a little piece cooled off for Pope and see what he thinks. Or just put it on the counter. It'll probably dry out a lot easier. Okay. What's Pope think? Well, Pope approves. All right. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs sideways. My daughter just said he approves of anything except her behavior. We're out.